I just found the easiest way to engrave glass ornaments, and they look freaking amazing. I'm Ashley, and this is Chip Builds, and welcome to the 12 Days of Craftmas. And today we're going to engrave these glass ornaments. This is not a new project by any means. A ton of people have done it, but it looks so cool, I wanted to include it. So let's throw this up in the laser. All right, we have the F2 laser here, and I have removed the base plate, and I put my baseball / ornament jig in here, and these ornaments just fit right in there. But all right, let's get one in here. I'm going to try and center this the best that I can. It's really hard to see, but I'm going to manually focus because this is a reflective surface, and I'm going to just keep it out of focus ever so slightly to help with our slight curve. But so let's head into xTool Studio. We have our artwork in here, and we're going to do a mix of vector artwork and some images. For this, the setting I'm using is the blue light, 65 power, 1000 speed, 300 lines per inch. These are just settings that I tested out and work for me, but make sure you are doing your own test. But let us refresh the bed image here. Oops. Let's refresh the bed image by clicking this little camera up here. And that looks pretty great. I'm going to change this artwork to like a bright color so we can actually see it. This might be a little bit too wide, but we're going to test it out and see. 1.5 inches. I think that'll be okay. So that's centered in there. Obviously I focus it manually, so we don't need to mess with the autofocus. Then let's frame it out just so we can actually double check that it looks good. I think it looks okay. And then we can hit process, take 24 seconds and hit start. That went cleanly through the coating on the ornaments, and it's not hot or anything, not cracked. So that is good. So we can set this one aside, and then we'll fill them all with paint once we've engraved them. So let's do gold for this next one. And this one we will do an image, and we'll see how that goes. Let's do the manger scene. This might be a little bit too big as well. And then for this, I've inverted my image, and we're going to do the IR light 245, 500. And let's actually lower this down to 40. We're doing Jarvis. Let's frame it out. It looks all right, so let's hit process. This will take 2 minutes and 17 seconds. All right, and we got through all of it. So it should look better once we get some paint in there. All right, let's get a green ornament up in here. Maybe this one, we should do the Grinch's face. How about that? So we'll switch this to 1.5 inches. Again, let's change it to a color we can actually see. All right, that looks fine to me. We will do the blue lights. We will do the 65 power, 1000 speed, and 300 lines per centimeter. All right, let's process it. Gonna take 30 seconds. Make sure you are doing this in a well-ventilated area, or keep the shield down, because engraving these can be kind of stinky. All right, now we're gonna paint our ornaments. I'm just using craft paint. We got some white, gold, kind of metallic gold, and some red. But so let's start with the white. Let's start with this one. This is the only one I'm unsure about because this is the AI generated image. So let's test it out. And then I'm literally just gonna squirt some in here, decent amount. And then you just kind of like rock it back and forth. It's kind of similar for if you've done those glitter ornaments before. Literally just like the same concept, and you could shake it around if you really want to, but like cover the hole if you're going to do that. If you don't want to get your hands dirty, I would recommend putting some gloves on. I might not have put enough paint, but you just have to be slow and steady. I don't know if you can see that with the paint moving. I think you can. But so that's literally all we're doing, just making sure it gets around that whole spot. This might take a few minutes, to just be patient. I don't know if white was the right choice for this one. I don't know if I should have put black paint maybe. So we'll try another one of these with the black paint and see how that works out. There's our filled ornament. Can you tell this is the manger scene? All right, but so we have some excess paint in that, so I'm just having this like throwaway cup. Really ideally, what you would want would be some kind of like smaller cup than this to rest it in, and then just let it all drip out. But so I'm just gonna hold it and let it kind of come out naturally. It really doesn't matter, but if you're gonna like sell these, then you want to make sure you've gotten rid of all of the excess paints. All right, I think we're gonna fill up this Grinch one with the metallic gold paint. I think that would look good. And then let's just squirt some in there. All right, and then again, we are just going to kind of make sure the paint travels to where it needs to go. So you can see that gold color coming in. All right, and for this red one, we will just add our traditional white paint. All right, and then like we can see, slowly getting that paint to cover those areas. It actually did it pretty quick. Get that other deer. But how awesome does that look? And then I found my little cups, and so I can just put it upside down like that, and all the excess paint will drip out. And for our last ornament, we're gonna use this Maker's Magic. This is kind of equivalent to the polyacrylic that people use in the glitter ornaments. But so we'll use this and some more glitter to see how well this works. I think I got this on Amazon. As always, I'll have everything listed below for what you need. All right, so I just have my ornament in my little jig here, and I'm gonna use this little metal funnel. And then I'm gonna just pour in some of the Maker's Magic. We don't need a ton of it. Like I probably put in way too much as it was. So then I'll take out my little funnel here. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just tilt the ornament so that it will cover all the area that we wanna have, just so that way the whole inside is coated with this Maker's Magic. This is basically similar to if you're using polyacrylic to make these ornaments. And then you can wear gloves if you want to. I don't know why I didn't. I think I'm just kind of lazy. But what's really cool is since we engraved the image, you can easily see if you are coating everything. And then once that is all nice and coated, I'm going to take my little cup here, put my ornament in, dump it out, and just let it sit for a couple minutes to get the excess of that Maker's Magic out, because we don't need it all. And then we'll put in the glitter. And put my funnel back in the ornament, and then I'll just dump some in. We don't have to do a whole lot. And then again, we are just gonna swirl it around, kind of shake it out. And honestly, that's looking pretty awesome. I'm gonna add some more glitter. It's kind of hard to see right now, but I'll get a better shot later. So let's get our little thing back out here, and then let's dump out the excess glitter. All right, and then we can put the top back on. All right, and then we can put it on our Christmas tree. All right, and before we end this video, I just want to remind you guys of the giveaway that we are doing for this 12 Days of Craftmas. I've teamed up with MakerFlow.
Hey crafters, it's Danny.
And Sam. And little Mark and little John. And we are so excited that our friend Ashley is doing a giveaway. One lucky winner is going to get a brand new oven.
What a great way to start the new year with the new crafting oven.
And I'm so excited that we're partnering together. So for the giveaway, you have to be in the US, and it's only free shipping for the 48 states. Unfortunately, Hawaii and Alaska, they can't ship there for free. So make sure you guys enter down below. Let me know if this is something that you are thinking of trying. It's a really fun and easy project, and it's a really cool way to make keepsake ornaments. You can engrave like a baby's picture on there and all that fun stuff. But so make sure you guys are subscribed so you can see the rest of the videos in my series of the 12 Days of Craftmas, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.